So if you've ever searched concealed carry holsters on Amazon, you're going to come up with hundreds to thousands of different options, some of which are super obscure and ridiculous, to some options that may actually be viable. But before you spend your own money, I'm going to spend mine and tell you if these things are junk or something that you may actually want to consider as a real concealed carry option. The first of which we're going to try is this super tactical fanny pack from Simply Things. Let's go ahead and try it out. Now let me go ahead and say, I bought this with my own money. I have no affiliation with this company whatsoever. I just want to see if this is actually a good option or not. Now, it would be really easy to just go ahead and judge it because it's a fanny pack, and let's be honest, fanny packs aren't exactly tactical, but it could be practical in some situations. So what I want to look at is three things. First, how accessible is the gun? Second, how secure is the gun? Third, where can this fanny pack actually be a better option than inside the waistband or outside the waistband carry, which is typically what I will prefer anyways, but there may actually be some good reasons to use something like this. But is this specific one worth your time or money? Let's go ahead and try it out. All right, let's look at the different pockets and stuff and how this thing is assembled. So this front pocket here is probably going to be good, for anything small. Again, like, I don't know, gum or lighter, something like that. ID cards, maybe, key card to your hotel room if you're traveling, inhaler if you need one of those, any number of things. The one right above it is a little bit bigger, right? So wallet, anything like that. Now, I think one of the limitations you may have is once we put a magazine in here, how much of the room is it going to take up? Now, right now, I just have the gun in there and I have a good amount of room. So let's try, right here actually is where the firearm goes. We open it up. It's going to reveal, of course, the gun. And then, of course, we can put a magazine there. These are different types of magazines, obviously. But let's just put two like that. Let's close it up towards the top. Yeah, it already starts to get a little bit tighter once we put those mags in there. So let's maybe try to move it down. Okay, cool. So now we still have a good amount of room in there. So that is a good thing. You can actually fit a couple of mags that are already in there and still be able to fit a wallet or something like that. And then they have this kind of, they call it like an anti-theft pocket back here, but it's got this pull strap and Velcro. You want to make sure nobody can get to right in there. Cash, anything like that. And then you have a couple of additional pockets on the side. Again, something super small could fit on the inside of there. The way this is laid out, you have your Velcroed part right here, and of course the holster like that. And the way they advertise this is you can have these straps, which Velcro to the holster, around the slide, or the back of the slide, or maybe even under the beaver tail, but I think around the back of the slide it's just a little bit more secure. Plus, you're able to still retain that grip. If you have it back here under the beaver tail, it's going to restrict how much of the gun you can actually grasp when you go to pull this thing out of the holster. It's kind of why I like it around the back of the slide as opposed to right under the beaver tail. Or you could have it, they say to keep the snaps up top, and you could have it wrapped around. Now to me, this is going to be more accessible, but how much more secure is it going to be? That's yet to be seen. Once we actually put it on, we'll try it out that way as well. We just want to make sure that we have that thumb brake in a position where we can not only get a grip on the gun, but also be able to break that thumb brake to be able to draw the gun out. Looking around the rest of the fanny pack, kind of has a girly little thing. This says for men and women, so just kind of a girly little, writing thing or whatever there. And then you can see the buckles right here. not a terrible design. It's plastic, of course. As far as the whole pack is designed, it seems to be pretty good. And they're designed in China, made in the US, like a lot of things, unfortunately. But as far as the design, the fit, the finish, everything seems to be pretty freaking solid as far as that goes. Now let's try this thing on and actually see if we can get to the gun, how secure is the gun, and also where is this a better option than inside the waistband or outside the waistband concealed carry. We've looked at all the features. I've never worn a fanny pack, believe it or not. I know some of you are probably like minds blown that I've never worn one, but I would imagine that having the zippers at the top of this thing is ideal. That way you can simply undo it really quick, boom, you have access to your gun. Now, here is a key in what we want to look at, the accessibility. To me, right, if we have this thing just like it is, right, and we need to get to it, boom, okay? It's gonna take a little bit of practice. Just like drawing out of any holster, you wanna practice this stuff, right? But if we get to it, boom, the gun is out. Now that's with the Velcro strapped around the slide, not parallel to the barrel and slide too. So this is not nearly as secure as having the Velcro straps around the back of the slide or right underneath the beaver tail, however you decide to run it. But if it's closed up, well, it shouldn't be that much of an issue. What you don't want to happen is you open this thing too forcefully and the gun happens to slide out one way or another. Now, I don't see that happening in a traditional sense, but if you're like falling to the ground, you open it maybe to one side and this thing, you know what I mean? Like, look, I can literally, it takes a little bit of effort, right? But I can have that gun fall right out when I have it strapped like this. So considering every possibility and considering that you may end up on your back, that is something you may want to consider. So I think the better way for this specific holster is to actually have it around the back of the slide and have that snap in a position where you can unsnap it with your thumb quickly. See, that even just feels, it automatically feels better in the fanny pack anyway. So if we just boom, boom. All right, it's gonna take a little bit longer. It's gonna take a little bit more practice, and it's gonna take you getting that snap exactly where it's accessible to you. But being able to draw out of a holster from inside the waistband, to me, is just a little bit quicker. Now, I've done it a lot more though too. This way you don't have to deal or contend with clothing. Unless you have a jacket on, of course, then you would just have to, get the jacket out of the way, get this zip down, boom, get the gun, and it's out. So this, to me, I prefer the accessibility. I think the accessibility is actually pretty good. The security of the firearm is where I lose a little bit of confidence in it, okay? Because accessing it really doesn't take much at all. Now, it's really hard to speak on the craftsmanship of this fanny pack, but from what I can see, it's not too bad, dude. You got plenty of storage here. You can pretty much put anything you want on this. It may be a good option if you have back issues or, whatever. You kind of have your weight in the front as opposed to your back or on your side. If you are traveling, you're on vacation, and you just want to carry like your license, hotel card, maybe you want to have some gum, a lighter, wallet, that kind of stuff, it's going to be able to accommodate quite a bit of space other than the gun as well. And then, of course, if there's a situation where you just absolutely can't carry your gun, well, this could be a pretty decent option to just carry your stuff around regardless. We've talked about the accessibility, and we've also talked about the secureness of the firearm. Accessibility, I think, is pretty good. Security, the holster needs an upgrade. What I would do Ruger with their LCPs, and I think even their LC9S, they had like that little pocket holster type of deal, but it was actually secure and firm, and you could, the trigger guard was covered, and to me, it felt way more secure than what they have going on here. I think that needs a redesign because to accommodate all these different guns, I just showed you a Glock 42, a P365, all of those fall in the realm of what they tested this fanny pack for, this holster for. I don't trust those options at all. I trust them less than the Glock 26 or an M&P 9 compact or subcompact that are chunkier guns to fit up more of that space. I think the holster design on this is not great at all, and I think the way it attaches, not the Velcro part of it, but the loops that go around it are not a great option either. So I'd almost like to see like that pocket holster like I was talking about from Ruger that has Velcro on it, and then that way you could stick it in there and feel like it would really be secure. I also like the idea that you could put that holster, take it out, and use this as a regular fanny pack if you want to, or you can attach it on the inside of your car or a bedside or whatever, whatever you want to do there. So it has some additional functionality there. And of course, if you can't carry a gun, you could still use this as a regular fanny pack. If you're a runner, if you're going on vacation, you can hold your keys, wallet, freaking gum, lighter, whatever, all of that in this one little package. So I think the biggest downfall is the holster. The accessibility I'm a fan of. And overall, I would give this, like, with the holster that's in it right now, like a 7 out of 10. I don't think it's a waste of money. I mean, 35 bucks, that's pretty good. And you get it in a day or two, and plus I think the warranty is actually pretty good when you have this type of material. 2 years or more is what they say. So, hey, they obviously believe in their product, so that I do appreciate. Runner, if you're on vacation, you got a lot of different options that you can use this thing for. Again, love to hear what your opinion of this is down in the comments below. Maybe you know of a better option. Maybe you've used this one and you love it. Whatever your opinion is, make sure you drop that in the comments. If you decide to get one, I'll leave a link down below. I get the tiniest of commissions if you guys decide to buy one. You've heard my opinion, so there you go. Big thanks to you guys. See you in the next one. And as always, hold them down. Misses. That penis target is just swinging away. Let's get the competitor and try that one.